Hey y'all, welcome to Steph's Design Space. My name is Stephanie and this is take 300 of this video. I am struggling. Anyway, I made this on a video and my memory card didn't save it, so starting over, and then I can't seem to cut paper straight or right to save my life. Anyway, so we're gonna try it again. This is a concept that I came up with last night when I was trying to sleep. So it's like a photographed frame flip out journal spot something rather another. So that is what we are making today, and I just pulled this paper and I do have measurements written down, but for the life of me my brain is not, it's just not. So 7 by 8.5. all right, so we're gonna do the 8.5 width, 8.5 width, because I want to try to save that butterfly. All right, 8.5. Y'all, it has been a moment. Okay, scrap. Okay, flip it to 7, and I'm not gonna be able to save the butterfly unless I flip it this way. Yes, so we're gonna flip it this way. Okay, hang on. 8.5, right? And then I need the height to be 7. So we are going to do that. So that is that. Still gonna lose that butterfly. Okay, now for the frame, it's 4.5 by 3. So I need to cut at 4.5. That's 4, Stephanie. 4.5. Okay, this is the base for the pocket. Oh, and I got to save the butterfly. Yay! Oh, I think we'll make it work. Okay, so that, and then this. So this is 4.5. I need it down to 3, which is going to be this part right here. Okay, 4.5 by 3. I don't know why, and this is scrap. I don't know why I was so challenged earlier. Good gravy, y'all. It has, anyway, not challenged now. All right, so this is our frame. So this is the first part we're gonna work on right here, okay? So our frame is 4.5 by 3. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to score it at 1/2 inch all the way down on one side. So find your 1/2 inch. Can y'all see? I think I zoomed in enough, but just a hair more. There we go. Okay, so 1/2 inch down. This is going to be our hinge. All right, so we're going to score it and fold it. I'm going to keep an eye on my camera, making sure it doesn't get wonky again. Okay, so that's our hinge. Now we're going to go down 1/2 and in 1/2. So here's the 1/2 in, and I'm going to kind of follow to right there. And I want to come in 1/2 at the bottom, which I think is like right there. Yeah, so this is how I'm gonna cut out the frame. All right, now I'm sure that there may be better, easier, fancier ways. I don't have a punch that will go in and make a clean, good cut in the middle at 1/2 inch. So we're doing it this way. Go in 1/2 and down 1/2, in 1/2, down 1/2, and don't get your fingernail in the way. And it's okay if it tears. I'm like really scoring hard. And then from here to there. Okay, and then we are going to, it's easier to see it this way than on the design, get my X-Acto knife. And we are going to cut out this frame. So I'm just going to follow the score lines. And because it's scored, I feel like it makes it a tad easier to go straight, because it kind of wants to follow that path of the score. There we go. And now I have a nice even-ish. Well, that didn't want. I'm not going to pull it because then I'll end up tearing and then being upset and having to start over. And I don't know if I have it in me to do this video again. So, there we have it. So now we have a beautiful frame. This is the top, because this is the hinge that's going to go on the left hand side. So this is the top and that's the bottom, and this is just cute. Okay, now the next thing I want to do, I am going to use aged mahogany because I like the red in it. I want to pull out the red, so I'm going to use that. I am going to ink up the fold because we will see that. Oh, it has been a day. So for those who know, my son and daughter-in-law and baby came in. When did they come in? What's today? Thursday? They came in Tuesday night. And it was such a surprise to my husband. It was awesome. So I had him convinced that we were picking up our youngest daughter, Heather, at the airport. So he is hardcore looking for Heather and the babies and not paying attention at all. So Astrid and Kyle were able to like walk right up to the truck and totally surprise him because he had no idea they were coming. So that was really nice and fun. Yeah, I'm just inking the inside of the frame a little bit. Okay, so we've got that done. Set that to the side. Now, the next thing I need to do is get my, the cellophane. So this is just from packaging, right? And the best way that I know how, and this is for the frame because I want it to have like a little frame look. So I am going to put down a double-sided tape. I have found that for this, because it's so flimsy and what have you, so I am going to put it down. Now, I did learn in the first video that y'all don't get to see because my memory card, to make sure that it doesn't overlap at all, because it was difficult. I mean, it wasn't awful, but I mean, when you learn something, you pass it on, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I be saying. Okay, so that, and all right, top, not that it really matters, but that I don't think, nope. So I'm gonna have to go this way, and I am just going to take the top off first. Oh, that's not my picker-upper. This is my picker-upper. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of go like that. Ah, no wrinkles. No wrinkles. Okay, thank you. So I have that down, and then we're gonna peel that. Now this is gonna get covered up anyway, so I'm not too stressed about what it looks like because we're gonna end up covering it. I just like getting one side, whether it's top sides, whatever you're working on, down first because it just makes it easier to maneuver, in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to pull it tight. perfect. Scissors. Stat. Where are they? Anybody know? There they are. They're all actually where they belong. Does that happen to you? Like you put stuff where it belongs and then you have no clue where it is? Because that is the last place I look, is where something actually goes. Sad but true. Okay, come on. I just want to trim this. Okay, because that's all going to get covered. Now we have our glass for our frame. Now we have to find some pictures. Okay, so this is the template. That's kind of fun. Let me see what else we can find. I'll leave those two on top. I don't want to use a type. And the thing I did also realize about this is the fact that it has to be, a lot of these are very vertical pictures. And so I need something that is more horizontal. I really like that. I really like that one. But, you know, we can't go with the very first thing that we find. So I think that is going to be, it doesn't really go with the flowers though. You know what I mean? So, oh my good gravy. Can I get all three of them in there? Look at that. Okay, that is happening. Okay, sorry ladies. I love these little kids. I wish I could just find like pictures of nothing but kids, little babies. All right, I am going to trim this. And I'm just going to trim the white off around it. I know I'm going to end up trimming more of that. Okay, so let's see. This is, so I want to, there we go. That is absolutely perfect. Okay. So I can trim this little guy right up. I don't know if y'all can see his little toes just sticking straight up. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. All right, I don't think I need to trim the bottom or the sides anymore. I think that is great, just like that. So now this I am gonna be really, really careful putting on there, because I have to make sure that I'm not cutting off, and I really want his little baby toe in there. So, okay, double-sided tape again. But I am just going to worry about the top and the bottom, not the sides, because the sides get kind of wonky trying to figure out where they go. So I'm going to do double-sided tape across the top and the bottom. I'm going to peel the top off first. Okay. Now I know this is giving y'all a glare, and for that I am very sorry. Okay, that is perfect. And then I am going to peel off the bottom. See, I should have waited, because that's going to, I mean, it's still enough, but and again, this is getting covered, so it's all good. That there's sticky stuff and what have you, that's fine, because that is going to be covered. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use this in probably my butterfly journal. I'm going to have to make another one. This is the cutest. I love it. Look at how precious they are. Okay, sorry. Okay, now that we have this, let's cut out our tag, which is our pocket rather. So that is in here. Look, this is how I started storing my all my templates. So if you have bought the templates from me, this is a great way to store them. I have my tags in one, my pockets in another. These, look, this even fits in here. Some extra little templates of other stuff that I've made. So yeah, oh, and my whole templates, you know, for when I'm sewing in signatures. This is so perfect to keep all of those little items in. Way better than digging. Okay, now I made this part wider than this on purpose. I wanted it to be a wider pocket. So I am going to just cut this and then across out. And I need a pencil. And why do I never have? Because I keep putting stuff up. I'm on fire with putting stuff up. Okay, and then I'm just going to go down. So we are just going to cut it right there. Scissors, did I put them up too? Nope, they're right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut this according to the template. All right, perfect. Now we're going to ink it. Oh, and I wanted to say thank you to everyone for all of your kind comments. I know in a previous video I had talked about some comments that were given as far as how I do my videos and, you know, how long I take doing certain things and what have you. And I really got some amazing and positive feedback and comments from that. So thank you for everybody who reached out and told me, be you, do you. That really made my day. So thank you. All right, I am going to put this back because this is going to get lost. So this goes in the front there. See, easy peasy, and I cleaned up. Woohoo! All right, now this is going to get glued on. Now I'm gluing this on before I cover that, and the reason for that is I need to make sure it still folds. So we are gluing first, and that wants to act wonky. There we go. So we are going to glue. I'm not used to working with such a, like with it zoomed in so much, so I am sorry if I keep pulling things and you cannot see them. Now this we're not going to see at all, so I'm not worried about this being there. And I don't know where that just went. So a little art glitter glue. I put a little more than I usually do, but mainly just because it is a flip and I want it to stay sturdy. You know what I mean? So, okay. So this is on here and we just flip it and now I can cover it. So the thing is do we cover it, so I have this and I can totally cover it like that, or I could on this particular one cover it like this and this be a really good journal spot. What do we say? Do I cover and just keep it cohesive? Because you can journal on here. So I proved this point in the other video. So if you have like a black pen and you want to journal on this, you can totally journal on patterned paper. Right? I mean, because it's your journal, and I can read that. Can y'all read that? I can't tell because the lighting makes it get wonky sometimes, but you can read it. So you can totally journal on patterned paper. And so I want to keep it cohesive, so I am going to use this. I'm trying to see. Okay, so that is the part that was cut, but that is not wide enough, so I'm not going to be able to use that. So we're going to use this. This is writing that you can write over. But I like these flowers, so we're going to glue it down there. Okay. Just going to get my little glue that I found at Hobby Lobby that I really like. Because you definitely don't have to have a bunch. Okie dokie. Now, I want to make sure this still folds, so I'm going to have it up when I glue this down. And then I'm going to fold, and it will push it to where it needs to be so it doesn't get like messed up, right? So that is where it needs to be. Oh, I love those little babies so much. And of the babies, my babies are here. I will be picking Heather and Oliver and Amberly up from the airport tonight, and I will have almost all my grandbabies here. The other 3 grandbabies, I will see them on Saturday at the party. So I will have all 8 of my grandbabies and all 4 of our kids. Our oldest son is not around. But his ex-wife is super sweet, and she lets me see the kids, and she comes, and she is part of our family and always will be. So we will have all of our babies. All of our babies will be here. Let's get that done. Okay, and then I'm gonna go, oh yeah, I wanna do this, so I'm gonna fold, and I am gonna ink that, because that always looks really good with the fold, because that's a natural type of distressing, right? Aging is in the creases of things and things like that. So, okay, so this is that. Now, let's see if we can add a little something to the frame. Actually, I think, and I don't know if I have the one that I'm thinking about. I don't think so. Okay, I was looking for something, so I'm gonna go find something that I really want to put on there, and then I will be back. Okay, so I want to, and honestly, this is probably just a tad bigger than I need it to be. Because I want something that says memories, and for the life of me, you would think that I have, okay, all y'all, I would have something that said memories, but no. I want to trim this down a hair. Oh, Get away. All right, let me put this up. So I'm going to put this down here. I am going to stamp it and then I will cut it to what I need to cut it, right? So I'm going to get these cutie patooties. And I will start at the end. I'm wondering, I'm going to try this and see if it shows up well. Yeah, I like it. All right, so we are going to use H Mahogany and M. You know what, I'm going to put it back because if I don't, these get all out of order. M. So I have memories stamped on here. And we are going to trim this. And round the corners. Just think it looks better. And I am going to ink this with brown. Whatever brown combination is on my brown dauber. Because we know how that's how that goes, right? Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. Glue. I was like, what am I looking for? Why is this taking so long? So we have memories. I don't think I want to add anything else. I think that is it. I just wanted to put a little nameplate, memories, and call it a day because that is so cute. Cannot wait to put this in a journal. All right, guys, that's it. That is the video for today. Let me know in the comments what you think, and any other comments you want to leave me are greatly appreciated. You get my glues all situated. All right, guys, y'all are amazing. Thank you for all of your support, and until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.